I'm going to say something that's super unpopular. There have been many Democrats that I have worked with in my activism over 20 whatever years that have been equally as, I'm not going to say corrupt, but as invested in their own power and ego and greed.
Oh, without question.
My thing is if we keep sowing the division, people are not going to have the tough conversations. What happens when people are not going to have the tough conversations is they're going to keep electing because they're living in their silos. They're going to keep electing people that are being groomed rather than being open enough to say, you know what? I'm going to sit down and talk to a Republican, not necessarily because I want to sit down with Ted fucking Cruz, which I did, but because I want people to see that these conversations can happen regardless of outcome. And otherwise, if we don't look at this as a human level and we're just going into this as like, we got to change the politics before changing the social. That's not how things work. We got to change the social temperature, the social culture of division, the social culture of white supremacy, of misogyny, and then things hopefully will follow. But it's definitely not going to happen in reverse, because if it happens in reverse, everyone's going to think the other person is corrupt. That means our side is going to think their side's corrupt. Their side thinks that our side is corrupt. It's not healthy for the nation. So I would just offer to your listeners to have the tough conversations with people that think differently than you do. And my thing is like, ask them, can we have a conversation? Are you ready to hear some of the things that I have to say? Can we promise each other that it's not going to get volatile? Once we're able to do that and relate to each other as a community and as human beings, I believe in my heart that human beings will then make the right choice at the ballot box. But right now, the divide, there's no fucking way, because they think we're as crazy as we think they are. Literally, they think we're as corrupt as we think they are. So that's an impasse. I don't know how that gets better.